Oh dear. What's going on here? Hang on. Oh, I've got problems here. VT, we got problems. How we doing, guys? Are we all right? Good evening. It's Friday. Friday. It's just 10 minutes past 8. Yeah, it's all good. Lovely to see you all. Hope you've all had good weeks in this clown planet that you all seem to be living on right now. Yeah. Oh, okay. Righto. I've got my lockdown glasses on. I've only got one arm on them because I forgot to bring the other ones over from the house. But it is what it is. Yeah. Let's wait for a few of you lovelies to pop in and we'll see who's in the chat room, who we've got to give a royal shout out to. Let's have a roll call. Paul Anthony French. Hello, Marco. How are you? Lou Stubbington. Assumption Howard. That's a beautiful name, that is, honestly. Pauline Cassidy. How are we doing? Are we all right? Deborah Vernon. Hello, Debs. Trevor Good. Oi, it's Savaloy. How are you? Lauren Page. Easy Bro, just feeding 6 foxes and I've got it on film. I'll send it to you. Yes. Oh, man, that'd be lovely, man. That'd be lovely. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. You've had all those good weeks and you're getting used to this new normal, if ever there is such a thing as getting used to it. Read The Mass Awakening, really good book. I'll have a little look at that. Lou, can we get it online? Is it on a PDF kind of thing? Yeah, lovely. I want to give a big shout out, actually. I've just had a good couple of hour chat with him, Baron David Ward. He is grizzly. He's a bear, but let me tell you, that man's on fire. And he's doing some good stuff. Very, very, very good stuff. And he's got a great group on Facebook called Security by Way of Lean. All right. Get on there. There's almost 6,000 people on that group now, and it's fantastic. A lot of damage, I think. This is a very poor from Graham. He thinks that John is running a pyramid scheme and is accusing name of taking money off people. Who are we talking about? Graham Moore, my buddy Graham Moore. Oh, God. Graham, see? Another strong soul. Another really strong soul, Graham Moore. And he has a habit of telling it how it is. But you know what? I think in the world you need that. Jessica Rowland's mum, only one of my children with us. Oh, are you Jessica Rowland's mum? Are you, Deborah? Oh, wow. Jessica's lovely. Pretty girl. Must run in the family, must run in the genealogy. Alison Goulding. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Evening all. She's awake. Yeah. Jessica Rowlands. Yeah, I know Jessica very well. She's a sweetheart. She's a right sweetheart. So yeah, we've had another individual from the BBC come out and get vocal and get voicey on what's going on in the world right now, and that is Sue Cook. Sue Cook is a former Crime Watch presenter back in the 80s. Had a bit of a thing for her back then. She was quite saucy. And she is now chatting with Anna Breeze and saying, it's, what's going on in the world. It's really awesome that people in these positions, she said, she don't watch the BBC no more. She can't do it. Sue Cook's own words this week says, I cannot watch the BBC at all anymore. It is drivel. She said, it's dark doctrine. She said, there's no niceness. And she said, when I joined the BBC, she said, how the BBC embraced me. She said, I felt like royalty. She said, it was an amazing thing to do. Headmaster's office, Jackie. Yes. Who's going to the headmaster's office? Yeah. G. Moore was saying G. Smith is conning people by the common law court. Look, I've got to be honest with you. The common law is the common law, but I don't think it works. It depends on what you put before the car. It depends on how you go about your life. You can't, I think it's a very, very tough thing to rely on common law when you're, say, like you're out in your car and you're sat around and a copper pulls you over and goes, whoa, bomb, bomb, bomb. And Graham gave money back to me that I sent wrong, and that was my rent money. Graham gave money back to me that I sent wrong, and that was my rent money. Oh, God bless. No, Graham's a good man. Graham's a good man. I love Graham. Daddy Dragon, like, you got no tomorrow. He's a buddy of mine, let me tell you. I've lost my train of thought. What was I saying? That's just gone right at me head. Do you know why? It's because Sue Cook just jumped back in there. Yes, anyway, I'll continue with the Sue Cook until I realise what I was just saying. The common law, that's it. So, you're out travelling in your car, you pull over, we'll have a bit of adjective, we miss maybe a little kiss and a cuddle on the road so I forget the cinema, something like that. And a copper pulls you over, bomb, and then you start giving it all the big common law stuff, right? Now, what you got to understand is the common law and all that still stands today. However, a contract is stronger than law. All right, so you've signed the driver license, that's the contract. You've signed all the insurance agreements, that's the contract. You've signed all the other stuff, the MOT stuff, all this, it's a contract. You can scream and shout all you want. Doesn't matter. The contract is what is being played out. All right, Dave, mate, it's Craigie Bryceland on Miss YouTube. Gemma Bryceland. So it's Craigie. Listen, peeps, you're confusing me now. You're confusing me. I don't know whether I'm coming or going with you boys and girls. What's going on? No. Craig, beautiful to see you, mate. Beautiful to see you. So anyway, Sue Cook, former BB. I don't know whether it's coming. I've got Gemma Bryceland, but it's Craig. I mean, what are we doing? What's going on? You're all under your little pseudonyms. It's quite funny. Lou Stubbington. Hello, Lou. How are you? She's crying with laughter. Lovely to see you, Lou. Whereabouts you from, Lou? Tell us. Well, it's up to you. You can tell me where you're from. I'm not too sure. So yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make. The contract is your driving license and stuff like that. People have got, you've got to be honest. CBS dropped my case after they got paperwork from Commonwealth Court. So listen, we're all striving towards getting back our freedoms, right? And maybe making the public servants do what they swore to do. They certainly shouldn't be battering us. They certainly shouldn't be tasering us and arse whipping us like little slaves that we are. They shouldn't be doing that. And I actually think that at some point, see, the Nuremberg trials is a very, very powerful thing. The Nuremberg trials that went off after the war was about, why was you shooting people? Why was you dragging people out of their houses? Why was you doing this? Why was you doing that? I've lost my internet connection. My connections come back. Sorry, a little break in that there. I'm from Brookwood, Surrey. Posh part. Oh, it's posh round Brookwood, let me tell you. Well, not Brookwood. So look, Nuremberg trials, right? All these Nazis were put on trial. Why did you do what you did? Well, we're just following orders. We were told to do it. But hang on a second. You should be doing that. That's morally wrong, right? Yeah, but they passed it in law. No, that don't matter. You shouldn't be doing that. So I, coupled with that Nuremberg situation, which you can rely on the Nuremberg trials as well today, these people think you shouldn't be doing this. This goes against the Nuremberg trials, the Nuremberg, you shouldn't be doing this. This goes against the convention. The convention rights come out after Nuremberg. Very powerful thing. The Nuremberg trials was a complete and utter humiliation of the Nazi party and the ones that hadn't killed themselves. Some of them took suicide tablets. Do you remember Alan Minter, the boxer? He died today. Oh, I used to have a chat with Alan back in the day. Yeah, I had a few chats with Alan Minter. He was quite a patriot, in fairness. Oh, God bless him. Oh, Celtic Crusader. Hello, Gorge. Lovely to see you. Tony Tagovailoa. Now, as a dude right there, let me tell you. Elliot Flint, another dude. I'm telling you, Graham is the general. I think Graham. Look, people get upset with Graham. They go, "Oh, he said this, he said that," because he just tells it how it is. He's like a tin of Ronseal. He does exactly what it says on the tin, and he gives it to you so straight up that I find it very hard to argue with. I think Graham's really on point. It's very unique. Listen, make no mistake. In the current time period that we're having, and you've got people out there like me that are talking, chatting like that, you need strong souls. You absolutely need strong people. You don't want pussycats. You want strong people with direction and focus and want to see something done. That's what you need. That's what you get with Graham. That's absolutely what you get with Graham. That's what you get with me. I'm straight up. I want my country back. I'm taking my country back. I'm taking back with you lot. Remember, we're going to do this. Yeah, he lived in Crawley, Dave, where I lived for 50 years. Yeah, I can remember having a chat with Alan Minter. Yeah, I used to watch him box. Actually, he was a good boxer. Alan, childhood memories on Sports Night. Yeah, he was good. Used to give little training lessons, did he, Alan Minter? Can you see me Boris bag flying around? I was due to come and do a gym workout tonight, but I've got on the phone to my mate Baron David Ward, and we just had 2.5 hours on the phone, which is great because I love him to pieces. He's a bit of a dude, right? Lou Stubbinson, I feel like things will change in December this year, and more people will wake up. People where I work thought I was a lunatic earlier this year. They're now coming around. Oh, sweet joy. Oh, sweet, sweet joy. The nectar. Please enjoy that moment. That is awesome, Luke, and may you continue to spread the word. Love you for that. We are in enlightening times. You've got Sue Cook, right? She's just done a beautiful thing with Anna Breeze. Anna Breeze, former BBC ITV journalist, and I couldn't give a crap who she's worked for. She could have worked for the Teletubbies for all I care, or the Chucker Brothers. But the fact that she's now decided to stand up and start telling the truth, she's come over to the light side and not working for the dark cabal, is amazing. We're going to understand as well as President Trump is the front of the military. The Pentagon put Trump where he is, right? Because the military realised what was going on with the Obama administration, and that the Obama administration had placed something in, or tried to, where the president had the absolute overall decision to tell the military what to do and what they had to do, and they said no. So that administration sort of fell away, and President Trump come in, and he's, rather than them go into full martial law, they put Trump works for the Pentagon. Trump is a military man, and they love him. And I'm telling you now, right, as God is my witness, that man will fly into his second term. There's that man is going nowhere. Baron David Ward, is he the one with a long beard? Yes, he is. He's grumpy, but we love him for it. Lou Stubbington, thanks, Dave. You're welcome, Princess. Watch Moore's video yesterday in the bar room, Dover. Yes, he was. He was with Active Patriot yesterday, and Active Patriot, I think they come to Maidstone Magistrates Court. I don't know why I didn't get an invite. I'd have gone. What was I doing yesterday? Actually, no, I wasn't. I was working. Graham is the key to taking back control. I agree. Make no mistake about it. That guy's got huge kahunas. You need people right now that have got huge kahunas. There's another guy in Maidstone that I know. I didn't understand him at the beginning. He's a force of nature. His name's Toby Hayden Lee. Man, I tell you, that geezer is a force to be reckoned with. What he does in and out of these courts and how he lives his life, it's like John Wayne. He's absolutely like John. He is steadfast in his commitment. It doesn't matter what it is with his life, with his home, with helping people. He helped a woman the other day over at Medway Combined Court in the Medway towns that had some kind of a driving issue, and he's in there ruling and bossing the court situation and got it all set aside. The geezer's he's a rock star. You got no idea how many rock stars there are out there right now, ladies and gentlemen, standing up for your rights. Not only their rights, they're standing up for your rights. We've seen the video this week, haven't we, of the family that were burying their father and husband, and the mother was sat in the middle of this ceremony. And we know, if you go and have one of your loved ones pass away, these kings, I might as well take them off for a second. If you go and get a service for your loved ones, if you want more than 30 people, which is communism at its finest, it's all about, well, we'll let you have 50, but it's going to cost you 250 quid. I'm hearing this being run out across the country. This is not isolated in areas. This is shameful for the establishment and the people operating these funeral parlours, let me tell you. Evil, wicked people. They want 250 quid so you can have extra people, right? Too many confirmed cases now where people have been asked to pay 250 quid to bury a loved one. Do you know what that's like, to ask people for that sort of money in that kind of time period when you're burying your family? Come on, people, for crying out loud. Really? We so debased from reality and truth and morals? That's Nuremberg trial right there, let me tell you. So anyway, the point is this. This wife was sat there and they're all isolated. They're all distancing. They're all got their distance thing going on. 2 meters. All right, 2 meters. I mean, it's virus. It's clever. It's got a tape measure. Knows the time, date, calendar. This thing knows when you're in the bar, out the bar, in the toilet, when you're at school. This thing's super. I think it must have some GCEs down along the line there. But anyway, the mother started crying because she's burying her husband, right? And the son on the right, looking from the back, he goes, and I know that feeling, man. You know, if I see my mum's still just amazing, and I can't imagine. Can you just imagine you watching your mum cry, and you go up and give her a cuddle, and this fucking idiot comes out and says, "No, keep your dick." To be honest with you, I'd have told him to do one. I probably would have used a few profanities. And he was quite a big lumpy security guard. But in my mind, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I'd have probably chinned this geezer. And when the police would come up, I probably would have enjoyed getting arrested. Because at least I would have been standing up for my rights, my family's rights, and everybody else's rights, you see. Because let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't stand up for your rights, they get taken away. They get taken away. And the other son, the other side come, and they both got their arms around their mother. Grieving mother and wife. The husband's just passing through the old curtain. Bob's is off to the Never Never Land, yeah? And this big geezer come out, his mom, "No, you keep your distance. Come on, put your chairs back." And what happened was, let's get together, and they all started shuffling their chairs around. This geezer come out, didn't know who to touch first. He's going, "No, get back, get on your squares, bitches. Come on." God. People, really? So this virus now, it's got its education and GCSEs in funeral parlours. It knows when to get you. At 2 meters, you're just fine. Do you know, if you sneeze, I think at some times, if you sneeze in the right direction and winds with you, that can go about 30 foot. I don't know if you know that. Quite amazing facts that I bring to you people sometimes. I know. Celtic Crusader, is anything happening at Trafalgar Square tomorrow? I don't think so. Maybe Kate Pepperami's up there with the microphone on her own. I think they nicked all the audio equipment last week. And as we know, ladies and gentlemen, quite a few of them coppers there last week were not, in fact, police. They were level 3 security guards. Now, I would love to have them on the stand under oath and show me their warrant cards and show me their sworn in stuff, their oath of office, when they're level 3 security. A guy that I know, he messaged me, he said, "I turned the shift down. I could have worked that." He said, "No, I see 3 of my friends that I work with, yeah, from elite security, bashing people." It's disgusting. But no one pays attention. No one cares. No one cares, man. It's unbelievable. Hyde Park tomorrow, I hear. Well, it's going to be protesting. Don't work. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You're better off cutting yourself off from the system. Stop paying your taxes. Go into proper full lawful rebellion. That's what lawful rebellion is all about. Lawful rebellion is giving the state party 2 fingers and telling them to jog on. Remember, everything has to have consent, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Because business is getting paid to follow the government says. Look, all the coppers that are working there, they have mortgages to pay. They've got rents to pay. There's free. But my friend John, who in Liverpool was going around collecting all the tin cans, you know, like your spaghetti tins, he was catching all these things, and they would collect them all, and they'd go and weigh them in, get the scrap money. They would go and buy food, and they would take that to the food banks. I mean, why? What? We got food banks in this country. Tell me that's not communism. Tell someone dare to tell me that's not communism. People going, "Please, I can't afford to eat. Give me some food." God, Jesus, kiss me 2 weeks from sideways. What is going on? Rush number 10, Monday, then Friday, take weekends off. Boom. Gemma Bryceland. Yeah, bang on. You're right, it doesn't. I've been delivering leaflets about the Oaks, thinking of putting a sticker in my car now. Lou, I'm loving your dedication. Look, if people don't get, and if they can't see what's going on right now, I'm a man that bases myself on evidence and facts. If for any reason I was seeing at least a third of my village perish and hearing people crying all the time, my loved ones just died, and the smell of death in the air. Could you imagine? Third of your village gone. Yeah, that's what happens in epidemics, pandemics. Let me tell you, a lot of people die. I'd be like, oh, this is a bit tasty, this. I might stay home. I might just stay home. I might not go out, but I'm not seeing the evidence. And everyone can talk. These politicians can talk. They can give out their drivel. They can look like penis heads. That's up to them. But I want to see the evidence. And so far, thus far, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it in as much as it's a killer, pandemic, epidemic, whatever. I'm seeing this as a scam-demic. I'm seeing this as something that's stripping all of your natural God-given rights and plundering you. That's how I see it. Total loss of rights. Civil liberty gone. Ta-ta. Alison Goulding. Just day. I, mate, just seen the notification. Tone. Lovely to see you, Bo. Brother, how are you? Alison Goulding, just another name for a cold. That's what Corona was. It was all on your disinfectant bowls years ago. Corona. Dettol. Just get rid of it. It's simple. And the nonsense is everyone's whinging and moaning about it. They're not doing nothing about it to clean their health up. They're not all stopping smoking. They're not all going to the stuff and getting proper food, drinking proper water. They're all still drinking all the crap, all the Diet Cokes and the pizzas and chips. I mean, come on. It's just crazy. We need wise people right now. We need wise, good people that want to make a change in the world. We really, really do. And I'm fed up of having a thumbprint on the back of my head by Matt Cockhand. And I'm hoping that you're all feeling the same way too, because let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, your servants should be working for you, not the other way around. But it's very, very encouraging to see people like Sue. So what did I say her name was? Sue. That's because I'm looking at my other screen. I shouldn't do that. You're getting a glare on my face. Sue. What did I say her name was? She was on Crime Watch. Sue Thingy. It'll come to me in a second. She's now doing big documentaries with Anna Breeze. She's coming out saying, not watching the BBC no more, it's dribble. And, ladies and gentlemen, what you've got to understand is most people are turning the TVs off. They're not listening to all this nonsense. They're not listening to it. They've had enough. They're now TikToking. You see them walking down the streets with their phones in their hands, their iPads. All the families at home, they're having dinner. They're all on this. They're all just staring into deep space, into these devices. Okay. Now, the point is this. They're getting their official stuff. Not official, but they're getting their news and what's going on in the real world from amateur videos from all around the world, whether it's regard to a bombing, a nightclub thing, or whatever it is. They're getting it from all the amateur stuff. They're not really getting it and taking it from the controlled mainstream media. And for that, I think the BBC will fail. And we're also seeing that the BBC have now come out and said in the near future, I don't know when it's coming, but the BBC News at 6 and 10 is going. No one's paying attention. Isn't that beautiful? I'm delivering to all the doctor's surgeries tomorrow around where I live with websites to check out the evidence and stuff. Where's the evidence? Show me all the... Listen, people, I love my life. I'm more than happy in this ethos. I'm more than happy in this world, providing it's a good gig, providing the odds of a decent, beautiful living are pretty decent. If not, I'd rather die and go back to where we come from than live in this shocking dystopia. Now, my friend Dave Simpson from the Welsh Valleys called me earlier tonight. It's been a bit of a hotline tonight, so I'm quite late coming in here. I thought I'd come in and do half hour with it because I'm like that. And he said to me, he's got a friend that works in the Welsh Assembly, and they're now rolling out an education program in teaching young children of 5 how to masturbate. Now, I know a lot of the conversations in the chat that I talk about in these live streams are uncomfortable. And I know many of you at home now have just gone, oh, my word. And his friend in the Welsh Assembly said, Dave, he said, trust me, he said, in 2 years' time, these people, the legislator, are looking to make it legal. Paedophilia, legal. Can you just imagine your 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old kid being paedophiled, being sexually assaulted, and it not being against the law? A message to all shops, please circulate. The mask regulations have not been published but will contain exemptions. And all you hear on the radio is it's all the rules. Jeremy Vine today, where I work in, they got the radio on. Jeremy Vine, this woman's on, I've been in the shop, no one's wearing a mask. It's making me so upset. These people that won't wear masks, what's the matter with them? And I'm like, what sort of a country am I living in? When you just can't let people that don't want to wear masks just don't wear masks. Why is it you've got to go on a campaign to smear them and make them look like the great unwashed? At least the ones that ain't wearing masks, their lungs are in pretty good shape. The mask regulations are not being published, but it will contain exemptions for those with a disability. Or see, the problem that I have for me is when you've got to go and get a doctor's note to say you've got a boil on your bollocks, and you've got to then prove it. It's Apple, yeah, because your bollocks scanned up on the thing. You've got a little metal file in there, whatever. And, oh, hang on, we need to check you out. It's only one of my testicles, mate. Got a metal file in it. It was an accident at work, compensation. Apparently now, if you're wearing a mask and glasses, you can get condensation, which is not a bad thing from the government. But the point is this: when you've got to prove to somebody in some position of alleged authority that you have a right not to do a thing, you might as well have a gold star on your chest or a black armband on. Yeah, you might as well, because you're not being taken on your word. Where's the word is my bond? What happened to your word being sacrosanct? What happened to your word being the final on a subject? What happened to that? Did that just get washed away? What happened to that when you have to justify how you wish to live your own life? Come on, people. We are conditioned, so sometimes it's hard to wake people up. This is a war, but in a different way. Yes, yeah, I agree. It's 80 years today. John Lennon would have been 80 years old today. And probably about 7 years ago, I used to chat to Julian Lennon, actually, quite a bit. Hell of a dude, Julian Lennon. Really nice guy. So John Lennon, God bless you, man. I hope you're having a beautiful heavenly birthday. And yeah, John Lennon, that subject alone, you know, you look back in time. I mean, I did a bit of Hitler the other day. I've upset one of my neighbours. I'm so sorry. But I personally think that when Richard Nixon was being impeached for the Vietnamese, and Richard Nixon, Tricky Dicky, as they called him, did actually get impeached in the end, John Lennon had a massive, massive campaign, make love, not war, make peace, not war. The songs he was singing, give peace a chance. All these other great songs that he was singing at the time. And then next thing, some guy called Mark Chapman outside his Manhattan block has pumped a slug into him and killed John Lennon. If Lennon had just carried on being a Beatle and gone on a little hippie trail to India and come back and kept himself quiet and carried on making music, he'd probably still be alive today. I don't think he would have got took out. Mark Chapman must have been absolutely paid to go and kill someone. And he did it. He shot him. That's how I see it. Refusing a service or to sell a product to a disabled individual by reason of their disability is liable to that individual unless they have a statutory defence that you haven't told you is unlikely. I don't like having to prove that you don't have a right to wear a mask and that you should be masked up. I don't think you should even be challenged. If you turn around and say, I'm fucking exempt, that should be the end of it. And whoever it is that's trying to enforce you to wear a mask should just walk the fuck away. That's how I see it. Because I actually find the people that wear masks quite offensive. Because especially where they're dropping these things off. These masks, the dirty, skanky masks are being thrown and placed everywhere. Where's the biohazard bins to deal with this toxification nowhere to be seen. The councils couldn't give a flying rat's fart about these discarded masks because they themselves know this isn't all that it's made up to be. There's something quite sinister going on. Rebecca Buffton, how are you, sweetheart? Long time no see. E.W. Pies walked past at least 5 the other day. I'll rest my case, Your Honour. I'm going to rest it on your desk. The actual mask discarding has got more chance of causing proper illness and skankiness than wearing a mask at all. Me too. The mask wearers always have a go at me. I always walk away. But you shouldn't have to. I understand, dude, but this is the way for the unaware people. Yes. I agree, mate. Absolutely. You knock yourself out, Dr. Dawson. I love you. You are a decent, gorgeous individual. You really are. And you've taught me a lot over the years as well. And we've had some very fine conversations as well, my ad. And why hasn't the government done a risk assessment on them? Trev, Matt Hancock, Boris Johnson, running a clown planet. They're absolutely running a clown planet. We are freaking laughing stock right now. Graham's live now. I'll go back and watch is after you. Oh, Tone, don't. It's upsetting me, man. That's just, I'm loving you for that. If you want to go and watch Graham, go watch Graham. I'm not compulsory. Matt Hancock. Alan says he's evil. Luke, I'm telling you, I ain't arguing with that statement. Rebecca says, I'm getting challenged 3 or 4 times a day for not wearing a mask. I'm getting used to it now. Yeah, wear it like a badge, man. When you can stand there with pride and put your hands on your chest. I'm not wearing a mask. Fuck off. Seems to have quite a good effect. Yeah. I had a copper in my house 3 weeks ago. I told him to fuck off a few times and all. He stood there, didn't know what to do. He's like, oh, God. That was quite funny. I know, I do. Anyway, Luke, Matt Hancock is a deep stater, says Trev. Yes. I put my mean face on and I get left alone. Yes, Tony. You're quite a big, from what I can make out, Tone, I think you're quite a solid, kind of big, kind of gristly kind of man. Yeah, and good for you. I enjoy my God-given oxygen, Luke Allen. Yes, same as Luke. I'm not going to give myself an immune deficiency by wearing a mask and breathing back in my own carbon dioxide, especially at the rate I speak. I need to get that stuff out. I'm breathing in greatness and expelling shit. And that's what everyone does. Let's be honest. We're batteries. Every man and woman's got a positive end and a negative end. Come on, you know we're all supercharged. You've got all the girls who all took their bras off a night when it's dark and there's flipping flashes of sparks flying everywhere off the bra. It's like a bloody light show. Especially my missus when she takes them off. They're massive. Bosh, you want to see it? I'll go on, see where you are, love. Yeah, I can see you. There's my stuff of a night. It's going pink, 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 and see all the lights flashing off my t-shirts. It's amazing. So we're just energetic beings, right? That's all we are. Energetic beings, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we are. So you're breathing in. It's got a cause and effect. You've taken all that beautiful oxygen into your lungs, and it's all going through the little mesh things in your lungs. They're all, I don't know if you know what your lungs are. They reckon if they took a pair of lungs out and stretched them out, cover a tennis court. Cover a tennis court. It's clever. It traps it all in there, and then that disappears. It goes into your bloodstream. It's flipping amazing. Your body's an amazing piece of kit, ladies and gentlemen. Look after it. Stop abusing it. Come on. Yeah, no, sorry, Lou. They are, mate. She says people think like we've got lights on at 1 a.m. when the bra comes off. It's like unbelievable. There's sparks flying everywhere. Yeah, I know where she is, mate. Yeah, when she's debagging. I know. D. Allen says, evening, Lukey Allen. And Luke Allen's going, are you two related? Same family? No, same last name? Maybe not. Maybe just a coincidence. Alison Goulding, yeah, you know girls, don't you? You take your bras off, get electric shock sometimes, can't you? Yeah, especially if you've got a night. I'm not even going there. You're making me laugh so much. Best medicine. Absolutely right. Yeah, Lou. Rebecca Buffton, yeah, you know. Yeah, I know where she is all the time. I hope your missus don't see this. No, I've done a video a few months ago with her pants on me and it was my COVID mask. And then one of her friends she works with, who follows me all the time, she said, "See, Dave, with your pants on his head." She come home and slapped me round the head. Bosh. I said, "I didn't wear them all day, only for while I was doing the video." They were clean, by the way. Cassie Crower, she was up London a few months ago with her pants on her head, story, with a microphone and a big bass box getting a message out. Why not? If it makes people laugh. Get your knickers on your heads, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to walk round and show the mask wearers up, get your G-strings out, girls. Whop it over your nose. They used to have them helmets years ago, the English soldiers, didn't they? And that bit that used to come down over the nose. Bosh! You've got your mask on, your G-string. It's wonderful. Get on it. The only way a shop can avoid the risk of many expensive lawsuits is to order its staff not in any circumstance to ask a person why it's not wearing them. Absolutely right. Bars now. You're going to be seeing a lot of bars and stuff. I mean, whether nightclubs ever come back, I don't think nightclubs are ever coming back under this communistic regime. Yeah, you're not allowed to enjoy yourself no more, peasants. Peasants, you're not allowed to enjoy yourself. Everyone I'm going around, are you getting ready for the new normal? Yeah, we're accepting it. Yeah, we're rolling over. We don't mind this new normal. Are you for fucking real? Stuff that for a game of soldiers. I haven't paid any attention to this from the beginning. And it's not that I'm disrespectful to people, but I've seen this as a massive con from the beginning. Tell me I'm wrong. Prove me I'm wrong. Show me all the bodies. Show me all the dead. Come on. Where's all these great unwashed? Where's all the burial pits? Yeah? During the plague, we had burial pits, graves empty, all over the place. People used to take the horse and carts. Bosh, come and pick the bodies up on a Thursday night about 9 o'clock. Whack them on there, 8 or 9 o'clock. The bodies would go off up to the old burial pit. The families would put their names in their own family Bibles or go down to church and put them in the bits and bobs down there, right? And then the bodies would go off up to the burial pit, tipped over, legs and arms and all that hanging out everywhere, all these little flesh meat suits. And then when it got to a certain level, they'd backfill it and nice work, job done. And that's what Blackheath is. Blackheath, if you ever been up there and flown your kite up at Blackheath or kicked a football about, we used to go there and play football like years ago. It was fantastic. The new safety marshals, you've got to love them. They're special people. Have it written into their job description to offer masks and remind customers of the rules. Fuck the safety marshals. Hospitals are empty. Say no more. Joni G. Real truth right there. People are dying. In the time when you need your beautiful, beautiful English, Welsh, National Health Service, in the time of need when you need it, when there's a killer pandemic, scamdemic around, it does a runner on you. It shuts down. Shuts down. You'd think it'd be open. You think them nurses and doctors would be striving to keep everybody alive. But oh no, they're empty. The wards are empty. Not every hospital, I would like to clarify, not every hospital is empty. They built these massive big satellite things called Nightingale. I thought Florence is back. For Christ's sake, Florence Nightingale gets everywhere. She used to be on the banknotes. Now she's got her own freaking hospitals again. Yeah, little Florence Nightingale. She go around with her nightlight. Oh, hello, you're all right. You're playing with yourself. Stop it, you dirty bugger, and go to bed. She's back. Excel Centre in London turned into a Nightingale hospital. Only 20 beds were ever used. 20 beds. They've shut it down, decommissioned. Ta-ta, gone. Taters don't need it no more. It's a load of nonsense. And everyone's going, put your mask and put your mask. Show me the evidence, ladies and gentlemen. Show me all these hundreds of thousands of deaths. And then I'll believe it. And I won't go nowhere. I could lock down here for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Never need to go anywhere. Maybe a year. Maybe 2 years. I could probably stretch it to 2. I wouldn't even have to leave this place. I'll just get my food delivery stuck on top of my wall. Bob's your uncle. Yeah? I've got enough money to supply myself food for the next 5-10 years. I wouldn't need to go. I'd sit at home watching the telly all day, sitting on here, chatting with here. If I truly was seeing the evidence, but what's got me more than anything is the amount of fear that's been put into the people. That scares me more than this actual clever virus itself. It's the fear oh, where's your mask? Put your mask on. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. I went in the post office the other day, and this woman with a nice pair of, her bra went sparked when she took it off at night time. I thought, hello, sailor. I walked in without a mask on. She's kind of tripping up the side of the door frame. She's thinking, it's the great must get me away. I'm like, oh, man. Really? Really? Unbelievable. The media has blown it. Saying, I agree, Docker. I do. Yes, she did. She had a I looking at her thinking, oh, you're a bit tasty. And then she looked at me without a mask on. And she thought, like, whoa, this geezer's contagious. And she almost fell up the side of the door and off the step to get away from me. I'm like, oh, love, please, come on. Wake up. Where's all the hearses? Why have the funeral directors not been shut down? When you've got a pandemic, epidemic, they shut down. Funeral directors shut down. The local diocese, the local parishes all say, oh, yeah, we can't, this taste, well, we've got to shut down. They all shut down. And then you just get vans come around, obviously in modern day horse and carts, and then just pick the bodies up and take them off the burial pits. Where's the burial pits? Anyone seen a burial pit? No one's seen a burial pit. You seen any diggers? You seen any Kuboters? Yeah? You seen any Kuboters up digging big holes and bodies flying in there? Have you? No. You did during the Spanish flu, and you certainly did during the plague, but not this thing. This thing is all. Well, we think they died of it. They got cancer, heart disease, ruptured aortas. People die of the most strangest of things. You know, I got friends this week where their mothers passed away on the toilet. Yeah, and then she was almost dead on there, and she died on the bed. Old age, but there's no good way to pass away. If you're gonna pass away and it's all predestined, you could fall off your rollerblades, hit your head, next thing you're dead. Some of the my favourite passing was a guy that got a Darwin Award. He had just captured this big snake. This is years ago, and he got his servant, his slave that was out there in the bush, to take a picture of this guy with this big snake with his rifle down at his side there, and the rifle was kind of pointing up at him this way. Well, just as this guy took the picture was at the time that the snake had wrapped its tail around the trigger and pulled on it, and this guy's head's exploding in the picture. Now, he is a true Darwin Award winner, and you can go and check out the Darwin Awards. They're fantastic. The way that some people are just copped it. I mean, but there's no rhyme or reason. I've had mates that have had electric shocks. We had a gas engineer, probably 15, maybe slightly longer, in his 50s, fused to the side of a hot water cylinder because he was changing the immersion on top of it. He flicked the switch with his elbow because he didn't isolate it at the circuit board. And there he is, frying chicken tonight, cooked, stuck to the side of the cylinder. There is no nice way to die, but we are all going to die. Every single one of us. And the thing about death, it's about facing it and giving it one of them. Saying, I don't care. I'm just going to live my life, because otherwise you're not living. You're in fear. Fear. Oh, the boogeyman. Oh, this virus is a bit tasty. Oh, I don't go out. I don't want to go to the butcher's. I don't want to go and get my hair done. Can't go and get your hair done now. You've been in the hair salon. My mate, she went and had her hair done the other day with all the stupid. Can I have a glass of water? No, we don't do water. Why is that? Well, because of the COVID. Oh, hang on. Split screens, this, that, can't. She said, you should be paying me for sitting here going through this fucking nonsense. Than me paying you. She's not going back there no more. She's not going to grow my hair down to me waist and let all my hair grow down together. So I'm not doing it. Evidence, people. Show me the evidence. Makes me laugh. This is Alison Goulding. When people in the shop stop and sidestep, they do. Us, lol, and I laugh, and I say, we've not got the lurgy. They sidestep. It's like they're doing the two steps, like they're dancing to a bit of Bruno Mars. I'm like, fucking hell. Bit of Elvis has popped on. Look at Elvis, look. It's unbelievable. It really is. So I've almost been on here an hour. 45 minutes. Man, I tell you, time flies when I'm in here and I'm having fun with you lot. You really are amazing. And I don't what's Daddy Dragon talking about tonight? Anyway, I've got to get my hair cut myself. Oh, I've got my own personal hairstylist. Hopefully over the weekend we'll get it done. Coronavirus, the flat earth is saying behind missing 8 millimeters and 10 millimeter sockets conspiracy NWO tool thieves. Yeah, it's everywhere. I'm telling you, there's no getting away from this thing. It's so clever. You can't go into a pub. You've got to wear a mask to go into a pub. Then they put you to your seat and then you go and sit down and then you take your mask off. You drink your beer. You have your grub and then you put your mask back on and come out. Sweden, by the way, has had no lockdown. And it's hardly worth talking about out there. Swedish people, very clever. Very clever people. We ain't doing this lockdown. What we want to put our people through all this misery for? This plays into the hand of our government, by the way, because our government's all about misery. It's not about niceness, it's about control. We have a government of control. We have a corporate government that is all about business and money, business and money, business and money. And I actually hope that one day they've got all their money in their pockets and they slip off a bridge, land in the Thames and have to fucking swim for it. Because they don't care about us. They don't care. Since the start of COVID, the men couldn't get a haircut and grew beards. They've never looked sexier. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some of the boys out there with the beards and that, let me tell you, they're rocking some serious shit right now. They're looking good. I fancy some of them myself. Got to be honest. Happy Friday, Lou Stubbington. Happy Friday back to you, darling. We are here to live, not either way. Rebecca, eloquently put, darling. Absolutely eloquently put. So, look, people, you know, I haven't been on here for a while. I thought I'd pop in and just say hello. Be careful if you're coughing anywhere, by the way. They might come around and stick one of them test kits out your nose. These test kits, they're collecting your DNA. They're collecting your DNA, ladies and gentlemen. They're not, this is really sinister. Now, my mate Jason Noter in Leeds, I spoke to Jason earlier in the week. He said he knows an individual that's been talking to that's actually had this vaccine, the trial. And he says that he doesn't feel his connection to the earth and other people like he did before. His connection has been taken away. All right. So you be very mindful about what they have planned for you all. They will never, ever stick one of them things up my nose. No, not a fucking chance. Excuse my friends. Not a chance are they going to stick something 6 to 8 inches up my nose and break that barrier into my brain. They can kiss my royal arse cheeks. As about that. And they got the army out on the streets now. And someone grilled me the other day on Facebook and said, leave the army alone, they're just doing their job. I said, they said that. The Nazis said that. We're just doing our job. Yeah, no, we're killing people. No, we're just doing our job. Why did you do that? We were told to do it. Yeah, but your morals, no, it didn't matter. We were getting paid. We're sending our money home to our wives and kids. We're just getting paid. We're just following orders. We're doing what we're told. And that's all you get now from anyone in the system that's working in these shops. That, why are you telling me to do this? Well, I'm just doing my job. I've been told to do it. Oh, well, all right then. You've just been told to do it. Wow. Me neither. MP's giving themselves a pay rise again. You can't make this up. £3,300 a month. By the way, I think the royal family are toast. I don't know whether the Queen's been dethroned, derobbed, or whatever, but I don't really think that you're ever going to see. Someone said, "Well, Buckingham Palace having a massive refurb over 10 years, costing gazillions of quid." So I'm like, the last thing you do to a place when you refurbish it is it board all the windows up. Yeah, now I've worked on many houses. That's why my hands are all bent up. Yeah, because I've been working hard all my life, and I've done up plenty of houses, and we never board the windows up unless there's violence and some criminality going on. Maybe some local little utes are coming in and breaking in and nicking stuff. Then we take measured actions. But trust me, we never ever board a house up because, one, it would depress the shit out of you working in that dark, dingy space all the time, and you need the light to see what you're doing, for God's sake. And there's nothing better than natural light. That's why we go to work in the building trade during the daylight when the sun's up. not really in the dark days. I hope they are toast. Just got to work it together. I personally think that, I don't know, time is time. Times are changing, and we just have to make sure that we're on the right side of history. Now, there's a lot of people in our system within the police and that are going to be on the wrong side of history, and they're going to be recorded in history as tyrants and for killing people, because justice is coming, ladies and gentlemen, for these people. Justice is coming for these deep state cabalists. I'm pretty sure of that. So anyway, I'm off. I'm going to go and continue to watch Daddy Dragon. If you've not subscribed already to Daddy Dragon's channel, please do. He's rocking it out of the park on YouTube. And consider joining Security by Way of Lean on Facebook. We've got 6,000 members on there now. The group was started and set up by Baron David Ward, who's very grouchy, but he's a dude, let me tell you. And just there's a group on there called Debt Wise, being run by a guy called Steve Knight. He does webinars that he charges £50 a session for people to tune in to his webinar, and he blocked me this morning for asking something. And personally, I think he's a big con man. Prove me wrong, Steve Knight. So if you're involved in debt lists, be very careful. I'm not too sure what's going on within that group, but it actually took my breath away. I put a simple question to him and he said, "You're not suitable for my group," and just blocked me. And I'm like, I don't like that. So yeah, love you all. Stay safe, stay blessed, have great weekends. Remember, we are coming into the winter now. And yeah, interesting times. But have great weekends. I'll see you soon.